motherfucking bosses.
This episode was sponsored by the Beauty Hub Expo. Head on over to Instagram and follow the Beauty Hub Expo. Let them know Lillian sent you for exclusive discounts. Y'all missed it. Y'all missed it. Oh, y'all missed it.
Big Boozer in North Miami. She specifically said, "Whoa, Mama Boozer." That's what she said.
You missed the tea.
Yeah, I missed it.
You missed it. We did good.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
Yeah, I'm dropping it raw, so y'all gonna see who was crying. Oh, I was like, Lily.
Oh my God. You gonna see it. Listen to me. Lily cried like a slave. She's like, I'm like, Lily.
They don't lie.
Oh. I can't believe you made me cry.
Welcome back to another hot episode of Tea with Lillian, where we are so obsessed with building. We have Elizabeth Brunot in the house. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for making the time to come. I know you be busy.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I had to be here because, you know, we have a history of scheduling things and canceling. So I had to make sure I was here for my girl to be on the Only Lily's podcast, period.
So our topic for today is when comedy meets entrepreneurship. So we're going to be real today. Very real.
Yeah.
So how did comedy and business come about with you?
Honestly, comedy is something that I always had in my life, right? Parce que I can speak Creole?
Yeah, speak Creole.
Sometimes it come out, I can't control it. So comedy is something that I need in order to not give people zoklo. Parce que, you know, sometimes stuff get rough, people get annoying, and honestly, comedy has always been like my go-to. It's like medicine. You know how they say laughter is medicine for the soul. So I need comedy in everything I do. So whenever I do something and I don't incorporate comedy, it's almost like I'm being somebody else. So whenever I try to keep like business and comedy separate. Like I try to keep my business page business and comedy, but it just don't feel real. It don't feel like me. So I always got to throw a joke or two in there and just be myself.
I love it. Like, usually whenever I have a bad day, I purposely go on your page.
You're not the only person that say that. You're not the only person that say, I go on my own page with it. I said, sometimes I need to laugh, you know? And sometimes the different characters surprise me. Let my fat page roll, you know, fishing horn, everything flapping, no thighs. You know what I mean? I just love to make people laugh parce que we live in a world where everything is crazy. So a lot of people come to my page and they tell me like, you know, I battle with depression and I come on your page and I just feel better. So doing it every day with kids, husband, all of that stuff going on, it's a push, but I know it's like my purpose. It's something I have to do, not just for me.
How easy it is as a female comedian.
Anyways, I'm not going to speak full blown Creole, but it's harder. It's harder for females in this industry because it's like male dominated, right? So when you're a woman doing it and you need the help of a guy, they always come with their little lulut.
Yeah.
I don't need the lulut.
Yes.
I don't need the lulut. But when you talented, doors open up for you regardless.
Of course.
So it's been tough. I'm not going to lie. And there's so much more stuff I have to do. 2025 is going to be lit. Without the help of a man, but it is harder on women.
Have you ever get discouraged along the way?
Of course, because it's like people that you know can help you. They pretend like they want to help you as a woman, but when you start to like go further than them, it's a problem. So people don't know you a threat. Like I'm the type of person, you give me an inch, I'm gonna take a mile.
Yeah.
you put me on to something, I'm gonna work that thing and we gonna ride it out.
Right.
So a lot of men are intimidated by that. So they're very careful with like the resources they give me, so I don't surpass them. Yeah. So it's like, you know how they say people want to help you, they want to see you do good, but not better than them. So that's always been a thing for me.
So, like, have you ever like been going through some tough time, right? And then your jokes kind of help you to get out of it?
If I don't joke, what else I'm gonna do? If I don't joke, Petit, I'm walking around here zocloing everybody. I'm serious. It's something that really is a coping mechanism for me. So even Petit, I've been at a funeral and I'm joking. Not to say, it's not a serious thing. It is, but laughter is what God gave me to get by. Because I did used to be one of them people that battle with anger. Growing up how I grew up, always in fights and stuff like that. So it's like I had to find a way that works for me in order to maneuver and get to where I'm going in my life.
So how is it? How do you feel when you're on stage, like you doing these comedy shows? Like, it don't it feel like surreal? Like,
I ain't gonna lie, I still feel like it's a dream. And I always got to shout out my brother, Success Junior. I always got to shout them out, Success, Success and Plus, because they saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, right? So I got offered the opportunity to do stand-up just off of just being myself on social media. And my first instinct when they offered it to me was, I can't do that. I was scared. So if I would have let fear like sit on me, I wouldn't be like where I am now. So I'm so happy. Like I took that leap and I pushed myself. And like my first show, a disaster. But it was only a disaster to me because I knew like I forgot everything. But when it's your purpose, God makes a way, right? So I got on stage, even though I forgot all of my jokes, I was still able to make people laugh. And nobody knew that I like messed up like that. Everybody was like, girl, how long you been doing this? I'm like, this is my first day. Day one. So ever since then, it's just been up from that point.
I mean, I've been watching you. You've been growing, and it's very inspirational. Even when you are talking about God, not a lot of people use their platform to, deliver that message.
Right.
And that alone is big inspiration.
Thank you.
And I have to give that to you.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I can't do nothing without him. And I see nowadays it's like God is like a trending thing, I love how everybody's trying to incorporate God in their business, but some people use God as like a marketing thing because now it's like everybody got a conference, everybody's a preacher. So that's kind of frustrating for me because being one of them people that actually put in the work, fight your flesh every day, not to go back to who I used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I done fought a lot of spirits. Like I had Jezebel, anger, all of that, everything you could think of, I had all of that on me. So that's why I make it my business to talk about him, because when you see me, I want you to see what God did for me and to know that if he could do it for me, he could do it for you.
Tell us a little bit of like Elizabeth, like her background.
You ready? You got time?
I'm ready. I got time.
Okay. So at least listen, so y'all know I used to go by Applehead. So Applehead was kind of like, I want to say like an alter ego, something that I feel like I was hiding behind that name. And Applehead was so attached to like, can I say boozing? Okay. Yeah, Applehead was a boozing. I'm not going to lie.
That's why you said, yeah, we can be real. Everybody know me already.
Listen, Applehead was Guava boozing and this tweet.
Oh my gosh. Well, y'all heard it from her.
I already told it myself. And see, that's why I feel I'm so happy at being at this point in my life, because I can talk about that and laugh about it. Because I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So to speak about Elizabeth, I believe it was last year when I decided to stop going by Applehead and go by Elizabeth. So I started to like research my name, and Elizabeth means God is with us. And my middle name is Sibyl, that actually means prophetess. I never knew that. And I hate that name because it's Sibyl. Yes, it's such a Haitian name. So, and I'm pretty sure my mom didn't know that when she named me that, but I Googled it and it means prophetess. So I was like, there's purpose in everything. So Elizabeth to me is the woman that now has a relationship with God, right? And I can incorporate him in everything that I do. Elizabeth is the woman that is actually trying to be better every single day. And I have times where I want to, you know, spaz out, even on my husband. Even in everything I do, I have to fight my flesh. And Elizabeth has the ability to do that. Whereas Applehead would just do what I wanted to do. So if you want to know about Elizabeth, Elizabeth is just a woman of God out here fighting generational curses, beating the odds, and just letting women like me know that even though I came here 9 years old, immigrant, ain't had no papers, got my papers when I was like 18, bruh. And I could get here and be doing shows on these major platforms, improv and all of that, then anybody can do it. So if I had to say anything about Elizabeth, it's just God is with me, for real. It's basically my name.
Okay, so earlier you said, damn, is it easy for me to say that word again? Bouzin.
Yes. War mama bouzin.
So, I mean, what happened for you to want to change from that person? Well, I don't know exactly what you mean by you used to be that. Like, I want to know what happened for you to feel like, you know what, I cannot be this person anymore. That I need to change my life around.
Okay, so to break it all down. So when I say I was the War Mama Bouzin, it basically means like I was one of them women that was out here, like many other women, dealing with a married man. Have the sugar daddy, the side piece, the guy to take me out when I'm hungry and broke, all of that. So I got to a point where I just started to feel nasty. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna say I was sleeping with all of them, but I slept with, you know, a good amount. You know what I'm saying? I can't give you a number, but I had souls and bodies on me.
Wow.
And I got to a point where I started feeling nasty. And I say this all the time. Like, you ever watch the movie Set It Off? When Jada Pinkett, she was in the bathroom, like scrubbing herself after she slept with that man. Yeah. I had one of the moments. Like, I literally was in the bathroom, like, feeling disgusting. And at that time, I had my daughter. And I started thinking, like, damn, I'm going out there doing what I'm doing, and then I'm coming to be around my kids. So that was a generational curse, right? Because I saw my mom deal with a married man. So it was like, for me, it was the norm.
Yeah.
And my mom, I wouldn't say she encouraged it, but she didn't stop me. And she knew, like...
She probably didn't know better?
Yeah, she didn't know better. She knew I was dealing with a married man, but we were going through so much at the time. And my mom, like many other Haitian women, is very prideful. So she couldn't do anything financially. So she didn't really care what I was out there doing to make sure that we didn't end up on the streets, or that people didn't see, like, you know, she didn't have what she needed to have. So I had to do what I had to do. And I don't regret, I'm lying, I do regret a lot of stuff. I would say I think it was necessary for me and my process.
Yeah.
So the reason why I wanted to change was because I don't want my daughter
to see that,
to go through that.
Yeah.
So knowing, when I became spiritual, knowing that it was a generational curse, I knew that it had to stop with me. Because if I didn't stop it, then it would have trickled down to my daughter. And I'd be damned.
Yeah.
If my daughter is out here doing what I was doing, hell no. So I had to stop it because my mama couldn't stop it. And having conversations with her mom used to do the same thing. So that's how I know it was like a generational thing. Like, yeah.
I gotta give that to you. Not a lot of people, like, and you still young, for you to come out of that at an early age, for you to recognize that that was wrong, and you decided to turn it around, because the next generation that's coming after you gonna have to see that.
Yeah.
So you broke that.
Yes.
That's big.
Yeah. And it was tough. Because I'm not gonna lie, it was plenty of times when I did quit that I wanted to go back. because it was so easy, you know, and I felt like I was blessed by talking to these men and being able to call somebody and be like, yo, I need $1,000. All right, come get it. You know, we're going to go out, you know. I fed son of business fed. You're going to get your money. So just be honest, judge your mother anyways. But so I had to do what I had to do, man. It was all I saw. Yeah. It was fast. And at that time, I didn't have the drive that I have now. You know, I didn't even know my own potential because now, you know, I have nursing, I have other things to fall back on, but I didn't even think I could be a nurse. Yeah. Because my mom told me I couldn't. You know why she told me I couldn't? Because Haitian people got WhatsApp news. Yeah. So somebody told her that I couldn't graduate. I couldn't go to college with a GED because I didn't graduate high school. I got a GED because I had my son and everything. But I believed that. So for so long, I ain't even go try to be no nurse. She wanted me to be a nurse, but I thought I couldn't do it because I had a GED. So when I ended up finding out I could, it was just like, girl, you delayed me all of this time. And that's why the Bible say my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge because we ain't had no knowledge. Yeah. And if I ain't go find out, I probably would have still been out there doing what I had to do. But I'm thankful for everything I went through, man. And to refer back to the Bible, because I always got to refer to the Bible, it says that the wages of sin is death, right? So with all of the stuff I was doing in the street, God could have killed me. Yeah. And being that he allowed me to survive it means that he wants me to share it. Yeah. So that's why I'm so open and transparent with my testimony, because when I share it, women really do relate to it. You know how many women write me like, girl, I got a sugar daddy right now. I don't know how to shake him. And it's just like, I ain't know how to shake mine either because I was so used to getting it so fast. But you get to a point where it's like, yeah, I can't do this no more.
So I know there's a person watching right now. What would you say to an individual that is that girl you were back then?
You're never going to fill the void. Honestly, like no matter how much money you get from somebody, no matter how much you think you that girl because you got that seductive spirit on you. And it's Jezebel, you know, because I used to be able to seduce anybody. Sometimes I ain't had to do nothing, like just a conversation. I was so smooth and slick that I could get you to buy me things without even seeing you. Like I could get you to send me money. So to the young girl that is going through this, what I went through, I mean, you're never going to fill the void. Like I said, it's always going to be a need. As long as you're feeding it, you're always going to need. And when you get things that way, the foundation of whatever you try to do with that is not right. So it's always going to fail. You know what I'm saying? Like
you didn't work for it.
Exactly. You're never going to truly be happy. Prime example, like when I started my hair business back in 2018, the money that I started with was my sugar daddy money. When I tell you I wore all them wigs, I ain't make not one sale. I promise you. I didn't make not one sale. He gave me, I think it was like $1,800 or something. Back then things was cheaper, right? And I bought hair, made the wigs, but I didn't sell nothing. Literally got the money and wore all my wigs myself. So the foundation was messed up. And I was keep wondering like, why it's not working? Like I got the money, I'm trying to do my thing, but it's just keep failing. The foundation was wrong. So years down the line, I would say like when COVID hit, what was that? Like 2020?
2020.
We got the little stimulus money, right? I ain't gonna say little because it was big to me at the time. So I got my stimulus and I went back in with my business and I invested all of it. And because the foundation was right, money started coming in. It was like supernatural. And I started like getting bigger on Instagram. So it was like everything just worked out and it felt good. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't attached to anything. And when you're doing these things, you always have something hovering over you. Yeah. Because it's like you need that thing. You need a man. So when you get to a point where you let it go, there is so much you can do when you just start believing in yourself and believing in God and having faith and getting it yourself.
Especially when there's a bigger calling. Yeah. God is not going to allow certain things to happen.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to stop it.
Yeah. He's always going to, I mean, you can't shake your process,
Yeah.
right? You can't skip it.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter how much you run, how much you get from your sugar daddy or these dudes out here, eventually God is gonna make it get so bad that you're not gonna have no choice but to turn to him. And that's where you don't want to go, right? And then when he keep trying to get your attention, trust me, I'm talking about you gonna go through hell. You gonna go through hell. And I remember when I stopped, right? Because I've been, if I could get real.
Yeah, get real.
I've been a church goer for a long time. Look at me. I'm trying to lean on this. I've been a church goer for a long time, right? So I've been going to church, I'm going to say for like 9 years. But there's a difference between going to church and hearing the word than doing the word, right? So I would say that I transitioned fully into like, all right, God, I'm going to do what it says in the Bible for real, for real. So in 2020 was when I decided I'm going to let all of that go. And I knew it was time because I kept feeling uncomfortable. Whereas before, when I was doing what I was doing, dealing with these guys, I ain't feel nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was easy. I didn't feel no conviction. So when I started to feel weird about it, I'm like, all right, something's got to change. And I could remember praying, and I was going into 2021. So I was at church, for New Year's and going into 2021. And I said, God, I'm going to leave it here. And I said, if I leave it here, I need you to take care of me. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's emotional. Sorry. But I said, if I leave it here, you're going to have to take care of me. So, and I was like, I said, I don't care if I have to sleep under a bridge with my kids. I can't let this man lay on me no more, because it was nasty. I started to feel disgusting. So, and I cried because of the love of God, you know what I'm saying? Because when you experience that love and like he really got you, you brag different. You get what I'm saying? So I decided to leave it. I laid it all out and I said, God, I'm leaving this church. I ain't going back to this. But don't let me suffer, because my flesh is still weak. I'm trying to do better, but don't let me suffer. Lily, I tell you no lie. Like, I haven't lacked ever since then. Like, right now, I'm to the point in my life where I have so much that I don't even know how to manage it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, God gave me a lot when I trusted him. When I decided, like, I'm going to put my full trust in you. Like, I don't need these guys. And I said, whatever happened. If I sleep under a bridge with my kids, God, I just need you to take care of me. But I'm not doing this no more. So now I'm at a point in my life, like I said, where I'm learning to cut back a little bit and learn how to manage everything. Because you can have money, but not knowing how to manage it is like being broke. So I done messed up, man. So much money. I done messed up businesses. I done did all of that. But that's still always a process. I'm sorry, Jip. PT?
I mean, you had to go through those things,
I need a bomb. Where's the tea?
We forgot to drink that tea. We surely forgot to pour out the tea, man. We were supposed to pour this tea out from the beginning.
I didn't come here to cry.
Oh man, we gotta put sugar. We gotta put sugar.
So cute. You see me crying? I'm such a crybaby.
But no, this is a testimony.
Yeah.
This is truly a testimony. And I know a lot of females that's going through this.
Yeah, I do too.
So they're gonna need people like you. That's how come I like to hear stories that's so relatable, so that because the show is obsessed with building. So it's like, if we're not building, then we're not doing nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely going to build somebody, to understand they could get out.
Yeah.
They don't have to stay.
It's a way out, man. And, people judge me. I'm like, how could you say that? Your mom probably abusing right now. You don't know. I'm I'm trying to tell you the truth. You judging me. I'm sorry. That was mean.
You need more sugar? Let me know.
Okay.
Oh
Let
man,
me taste this. Let me find out your tea nasty.
you probably need more sugar.
Really? Okay. Let's on pile.
More sugar?
Please.
More sugar.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, sugar.
Thank you.
I need a little bit.
Thank you
too.
very much.
Oh my God.
You know I gotta talk
Let's talk about your hair business though.
Okay.
I mean, I see the quality is amazing.
Thank you.
I'm thinking this is one of your
Yeah.
hair, right?
Mhm.
I love it. Let's talk about that.
Well, it's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one of them delusional people that's like, oh, I'm the best.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning every day.
Mm-hmm.
I make mistakes every day and I learn from them. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to entrepreneurship, I don't feel like there's like a blueprint.
Mm-mm.
Like, and one of the things I feel like sets me apart from everybody, and this is how I got a lot of my clientele. Like a lot of my clientele end up being like my friends,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because if I send you a wig and I messed up, baby, tell me. That's how I'm gonna grow. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I have a lot of customers that's like, "Girl, you sent me the wig, but it was a little too small."
Mm-hmm.
All right, send it back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make another one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very, I would say I have a lot of integrity
Mm-hmm.
when it comes
Which
down
is
to
important.
business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm not out here trying to cheat nobody out their money
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. It's never that serious for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I promise you, I will give somebody a refund before you can say refund.
Mm-hmm.
You get the refund, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like my peace of mind,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I called it GVO. Good vibes only. It's kind of tacky to some people, but to me, I'm all about good vibes.
Yeah.
And if you think you finna come cuss me out for your $300 bob, baby, a refund for you, I'm good. Like I don't need drama in my life. So I think that's kind of the thing that kind of sets me apart from other people is like it's not all about the money for me. And yeah, basically, no more tea.
Okay, so after this tea, sipping, let's talk about the marriage life and the business life. Like, how do you manage? Like, how do you, like, because it's like, for me, right? This week I could be like, man, I've been spending too much time in the shop. I need to be more at home.
Right.
And I'll be in the shop probably like 3 days, 4 days, and then the other days I'll be home. But I still feel like when it comes down to balancing it for real, it's not something you can balance.
Yeah, because no 2 days is alike, especially when you're doing hair, right? You have days where you got 2, 3 customers. Then you have days where you have 7, 10. So it's like, I just think it's so dope for me. I love it for me that I have a supportive husband. And being that he has his own like businesses, like he does properties, he rents them out like Airbnbs and stuff like that. So his schedule, he can work it around mine. So it's not like I mean, even if he couldn't, he's so supportive of everything that I do that I know he would have found a way for me to do what I have to do and for him to do what he has to do. So I'm thankful to have such a supportive person in my life that believes in what I'm doing. Like when I share my dreams with him, it's never like, oh, you think you could do it? I don't care how crazy it sounds. Like I could say I'm finna build the Great Wall of China. He'd be like, go for it. Like he's that type of guy. And I'm very thankful for that.
How many years you guys been married?
Married for three years as of November 2nd. And I've known him, we've been together for 5. Married for 3. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, married for 3 years and together for 5.
Oh, okay. November 2nd. That's the date I got married.
Really? Oh my God! Look at that! It's destined. We met the weekend.
Right. Yeah, I just celebrated 10 years with my husband.
God dang. How you did it? That's some time. Yeah. That's a long time, bro.
Yeah, I mean, marriage is not for the weak. It's not easy
At all.
It gets better over time with understanding, but it's not easy. And if you're not somebody that wants or like to compromise, it's not for you. You know? So, but we're in a better place now. We have more understanding, and I don't know. And it happened. I say after our 7th year, that's when I started feeling like man, like we're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rocky in the beginning.
Marriage is tough. One thing that I can say though makes it easier for me is keeping God in the midst. Yeah. And having a man of God.
Yes.
You know why? Because he has conviction. And relationships, whether it's a friendship or whatever, I like having friends that have a relationship with God. Because I know if you're getting ready to do something crazy, at least you have the Holy Spirit that's like, yo, you sure?
Yeah.
You know, whereas people in the world, they don't have that conviction.
Yeah.
So in my marriage, I'm not going to say, you know, he's perfect, but I know that we keep God in the center. And for me, like I told him plenty of times, like, I love you, you know, but I love God more. So the reason why I'm faithful to you, the reason why I'm the wife that I am to you is not only because I love you, but because covenant matters, right? And God honors covenant, right? So it's like, I be scared to mess up what God gave me. So my relationship with God is so important to me that I'm not going to allow myself to mess up anything that he gave me. So keeping that in mind keeps me grounded. You know, I know not to put myself in situations where I'm tempted, being that I know what I came from. And that was another beautiful thing, that he didn't ever judge me for my past. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I told him straight up, just like I told you, I was a good mama. And I told him, like, you know, you're going to hear stuff about me. Don't doubt it because it's true. I'm not going to lie. Don't even defend me because it's true. Whatever you heard, whatever they tell you is true. But that's not me no more. And when I proved that to him, that, you know, I was done with that, never mentions it. He never brings up my past. And I love that. I love it for me, man.
But you know what I really, really like? You see how real you are? Like, you're like that even on social media.
Yeah.
That you don't find often.
Yeah, because people be pretending.
At all. And if in marriage, it's not even being celebrated like that on social media. You get what I'm saying? And that's how I'm big on, you know, if you have a good husband, let the world know.
Exactly.
You know, like, let the world know, you know, marriage is not easy. There are challenges, but there are good days.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, and you share that on your page.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know you were married up until probably like a couple months ago. I think you started sharing more of it recently.
See, the thing is, I let everyone know that I'm married, but I never post my husband. You know why? Because it's always some epav that's like, oh, I know him. And it's like, I'm saved, but I'm from the south side. Like, we gonna, you know, I don't play by that one. So in order to avoid unnecessary warfare in my life, and being that I know like what I do, you know, a lot of people know me, not feeling myself or anything, but I don't be trying to put my personal life out there like that, because it's sacred to me. And I don't need like validation from the world. I don't need you to see what I have for me to feel like I have it. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people like, oh, you don't ever post him, because it's not your business.
It's a choice.
But you know I'm married though, you know, and that's the big thing. Like I don't hide my marriage. I just don't feel like it's anybody else's business.
Framing Your Mind for Success. Introducing you to my book. If you haven't got your copy yet, go on over to Amazon and grab your copy today, or click the link below and get yours now. We have a part in the show where we talk about what's trending.
Period.
So our audience said we should talk about what?
Huncho and Keisha Cole, what they got going on?
Keisha Cole. You heard about it?
Honestly, no. But I heard she was crying on stage. From them, she just told me that. I don't think, I mean, that's kind of sad. being at her big age.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you in love, man.
The love hurts.
Sometimes you in love, you know. She might be in love with, you know. Sometimes you gotta let it out, you know. It come out at the wrong place sometimes, but it is what it is.
But I think she have a history of dealing with these young boys. I'm wondering why she's stuck with that. Like she's always with these young boys.
Well, maybe she's delusional.
Mm-hmm.
That could be an option. But that just goes to show you that no matter how much money you have, fame, you still need love,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I feel like everybody should have a partner.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's so important for women. And I know women nowadays is a thing to not commit or to, you know, be the girl that has a whole bunch of dudes. But when you have that one person, you know, you've been in it for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You the go. I'm only 3 years in, you know. But when you have that person in your life, like having the right person by your side can give you a whole different mindset. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it can totally shift your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And two heads are always better than one. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm for partnership. I don't be on all the. I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Not no more. I'm for partnership and love and all that. It matters.
It does. It really does. I mean, her situation is, to me, I just feel like she's legendary. And I feel like by being involved in that type of relationship is kind of taken away from what she built. So now people are looking at her like, man, you too old to allow this boy to get you to that position.
I mean,
that's my view on it.
You don't know what kind of gigi. You don't know, you know? I've been there. I can remember a time where I was dumb in love. It wasn't even love. It was like love. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like. So that's probably what she's going through, man. Older men probably don't take her serious.
You think so?
Maybe.
Maybe. And some, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of women though, they be liking the control.
Oh well,
they can have.
That's a thing too.
You know, I'm not saying that's what that is, but a lot of women are like that when it comes to dating younger boys.
Or they just like that one.
Could be that. But anywho, I'm so excited that you were able to come.
I'm so
Obsessed with Building. We had a great time. Let everybody know your social media handles. Like, how can they contact you?
You can follow me on everything at Elizabeth is Funny 7. Social media, everything. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, everything. Elizabeth is Funny 7.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, Lily.
Thank you. No problem.
Maybe that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Obsessed with building bosses. Obsessed with building bosses. Obsessed with building bosses. Giving up is not an option. I'm obsessed with building bosses.